Alright, so I'm glad that we are getting to talk about the web series. We want to actually check it out. We have one of the beautiful young ladies of the web series.
Hello.
How you doing?
Hey, partner. How you doing? I'm good.
Yeah, sit down and get comfortable. Introduce yourself to the people.
My name is Driyyah. On the show is Chanell.
Chanell?
Yes.
Shout out to all the Chanels right now. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we were talking to my friend right here about basically the role and the responsibility of being on a web series, an actor. You are an actress, all right? So let's talk to that effect. You weren't on the prior web series, were you? Not the name. I don't want to say about the name.
Yeah.
You were on there?
Yeah.
What part did you play?
Oh boy. I don't even want to say what part I played, but I was like 38's girlfriend, you know.
You don't want to beat him up, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. And now you're transitioning into a different role, which is?
Cop, basically. Detective.
There's a lot of police in this one, huh? Okay.
That's why I said, hey, partner.
Okay. I ask you this. Those are two different, I kind of ask you the same questions I asked him, but we're getting your perspective.
Okay.
Those are two different roles.
Absolutely.
How did you prepare?
I didn't.
So, acting for you is free-spirited.
Yeah.
All right. Tell us about your personality and what do you bring to the roles that you do?
Well, I'm a very open person, so I kind of just go with the flow of things.
The flow?
Yes.
That's very interesting. What is the flow? How do you define it?
The flow is, if there's a position I have to play and there's a part, I'm going to just go into that part. Going with the flow.
Okay. See, the thing I like about people who say they go with the flow, they have big personalities.
Yes.
So you like to have fun. And if somebody ever tried to kill your fun, you're either the type that tell them get the hell away from you, or you ignore them to the point where they have to apologize to you to be back into your life. Is that very accurate?
Yes.
So in understanding that and using the roles in which you're portraying, how do you go with the flow of being a police officer?
You know what? I can't really go with the flow of that because I've never been in that position.
Yes.
But whatever it is that's asking me in that position, as far as going with the flow is what I mean, that's what I do. But I can't prepare for that. You know, when I first was told that they wanted me to do that, I'm like, police? Me? But it was outside the box for me.
Exactly.
So I was willing, you know, to do it because it was outside the box. I wasn't, you know, playing I don't want to say regular part of the girlfriend or the wife of a drug, you know, so it kind of took me out of that box.
Define the box. I want both of you to answer that. What is the box? How do you define it?
Like I said, I don't want to say a regular role, but a female like me, you know, being from North, moved to, you know, where I am now, being in the box would be a girlfriend that has a drug dealer boyfriend, or boyfriend is in jail, or, you know, that's inside the box for me.
Okay, and sir, how about yourself? What is the box?
It's what we consider the norm.
The norm.
The norm?
Yeah.
And see, that's my problem with a lot of things that comes with actors and actresses. What norm are we really defining? Because the norm for us isn't the norm for the people who give the money to see these things be made. You see what I'm saying? So Niecy Nash just recently said, I'm tired of being the sassy black girl. I need to be in something dramatic where I can show my range. Jamie Foxx said, I'm tired of being the funny step and fetch it. I have to show that I have dramatic skills, and then Ray came out. You see what I'm saying? It's not until we challenge ourselves with range that we truly find out how articulate, how intelligent, creational, new word, and inspirational we can be. So when I look at you coming out of the box, What blossoms from that seed after it's planted from you?
Oh. What blossoms?
Okay.
I don't know. I can't really.
None? Well, if you're not the drug dealer's girlfriend, the sassy girl with your smart ass mouth, or something, what else comes from you?
I still have the sassy ass mouth. I still have the attitude. It's just I'm now on the other side of that table. So now it's like I have to bust the drug dealers and I'm trying to, so it's like I said, it's a totally different atmosphere for me, totally different acting for me, but as far as blossoming, that's what it's it shows me a different side of me. I'll say that, a side that I never knew, that I had.
I was talking to my friend right here, and we talked about how the stigmata of the man is being very unfairly defined when it comes to Hollywood, right? We talked about Forrest Whitaker. They say he's fat, black, cross-eyed, unmarketable. So that's why he'll never get that major role. He'll never be the Denzel or anything, right? Then we look at the woman who played Precious, right? That movie, I have a large beef with that movie. But that movie defined, especially a woman of color, a dark-skinned woman of color, as being very angry, being very bitter, borderline evil. And with a web series, you kind of fight against that dynamic because now you are able to, like we say, come out the box, not be the norm, and show the truth or a truth and honesty that we said that most people don't realize that we have. How important is it for you not only to be the role, but to teach out of your role?
To teach out of my role.
A young lady's gonna watch you and be inspired.
Yeah.
A young man's gonna watch you and be inspired.
But they could be inspired in different ways.
Of
That
course.
a person can be inspired. Maybe that's her career. Maybe that's what she's looking into. Another person can be inspired just because I'm black. And I am playing that role. I'm the female. I'm with two other men that I'm the only female
in the unit.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think that definitely would have, any other female interested in looking at that role like, well, goddamn, well then shit, I know I could do it.
Why is it important to have camaraderie with your fellow castmate to make the roles better?
Camaraderie. It brings balance to the scene, to that character. So it's basically the balance of it.
Balance is the most important thing when it comes to life. Are y'all spiritual people?
I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what do y'all believe in?
Muslim.
Okay.
I believe in God.
Okay. Spiritualist and Islam. So Islam is about peace and spirituality is about being at one with life within itself. So when we talk about balance, we talk about morals and we're talking about our faith. All right? Because they're both two different things, right? And balance is something that, like we said before with the other question, that's something that people are chasing. People need to learn how to be balanced. When you die, you're judged. You couldn't be too righteous, you couldn't be too unrighteous. You had to be balanced. That's called perfection. So in finding perfection, you find your perfect balance. How do you balance your talent with the things that you're asked to do on camera?
Balance my talent and things that I'm asked to do.
Acting is an art, so how do you
Absolutely.
break it out?
And to be honest, it's nothing that I study. It's nothing, I don't read over scripts, like I said. That's what I meant by going with the flow. When I get there and I have to do this, I go into that character just automatically. I don't know if it's a gift. I don't know, what type of skill it is. It just comes naturally. It just comes natural. I don't sing. I used to model, but I mean, big shows, New York, a lot of people. So I was kind of used to the lights, and the acting is totally different. Totally different. But once I'm in that mood, I'm in that mood. Like, I'm there.
Same question.
Well, with us, we don't have a script, so we off top. So that's why it's in the moment.
So what loyalty and betrayal is improv.
Basically,
You do what you feel, and I'm gonna follow.
Well,
No.
but it has to be
And within the parameters of.
it's us bringing us to this character.
Yes.
That's what it is.
See, I wish the cameraman was here, because then I would have to ask them how they capture your essence on film. Because remember we talked about presence. Presence is acting without speaking. So you can make the role come alive without actually having to say a word. One of my favorite movies is The Professional. Ever saw The Professional? So
I don't think so.
it's a scene where a little girl's being chased because they're going to kill her. And she's knocking on the door frantically. And when the door opens, there's a light that comes on her face. And the look that she has is the presence, because the light was symbolic of hope. Because there was light at the end of the tunnel of darkness. So that brought her into something. Unfortunately, in a lot of things that show people of color, even within our own stories, we highlight the hood so much that we don't highlight the talent that's on camera. We stick to the story. How are you able to project yourself and be part of the story as well?
Well, with that, it's like we just bring our everyday life into like the hood's part of it, because that's where we're from, you know. But when we bring it, we want it to be as real as people could imagine, because they're living there now, and you know we still there. But hopefully we come out and then they'll see that somebody from the hood made it, and they could do it.
Pretty much agree. Totally.
So it's just basically a summation of you here, but you don't have to be, because you can be here as well. Loyalty and Betrayal has been shopped as the realest web series because it shows family and the consequences of decisions and how that attacks a family. Does that fully encompass the story of it, or is there more that your character brings to it? Because obviously, unless y'all related to the people who's doing the activity and the thing, it's not really about family the whole way. So what else comes from it?
Well, with us, when we sat down to do this, we became family. So it's not like we by blood, but we became a family.
Yeah.
So it's, when we on set, it's family oriented.
So camaraderie is the key.
Exactly.
All right.